Maybe this has happened to you. You finally say it. That doesn't work for me. You've practiced that, right? In your head 1,000 times. You told yourself you weren't going to over explain this time. You were going to be very clear. And then the room shifts. They get quiet. Their face changes just a little. There's a shift in their tone, and it's just enough for you to feel it. And suddenly your stomach, it just drops. Now you're thinking, maybe I said it wrong. Maybe that sounded very harsh. Maybe I should explain what I meant. So what do? You soften it. Well, I just meant sometimes. It's not that big of a deal. I just want us to be okay. And then before you know it, you're comforting them about the boundary you needed. That's what we're talking about today. Boundaries. I know you know how to set a boundary. It's that something inside of you, it still feels unsafe holding one. And that has everything to do with who you believe you are. You know, a lot of women think this is a communication issue. I just need to say it better. I need stronger words. I need to be more direct. And you know what? Sometimes your words, they're fine. The issue is what happens after you say them. If deep down you believe, I might lose them if I upset them. Their discomfort means I did something wrong, or that I need to fix the energy in this room. I'm guilty of that. Then you will always be circling back just to clean up your own boundary, because your nervous system is still wired to protect the connection at all cost. And here's the thing, you don't experience what you say you want. You experience what you tolerate. And what you tolerate is directly connected to what you think you deserve. So if you believe you have to earn your place, you will overgive. If you believe you're replaceable, you will overcompromise, because your boundaries reflect your self-concept. And that's the real work. Now, here's where most women kind of fold. It happens in the pushback. You stop over-functioning, and then they say you've changed. You stop responding instantly. They say you're distant. You stop absorbing their moods. They say you're cold. And then your body, it starts to react like something is wrong. Your heart races, your thoughts spiral, you feel the urge to smooth it over. But pause right here. Discomfort is not the same as danger. When you change your role in a relationship, then the system is going to adjust. It just does. And that adjustment, it can feel tense, but it doesn't automatically mean you're doing something wrong. If someone is used to overextending, then your steadiness will feel like withdrawal to them. And that doesn't mean it is. Sometimes it just means you're no longer abandoning yourself to keep the peace. Let's make this super simple. A boundary is one sentence. Hear me. Don't compose a speech or start explaining yourself. It's one sentence. That doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that. I'm going to pass. And then you just let it sit there, right? If you say no and then immediately start explaining, you're not holding a boundary. You're asking for permission to have one. A real boundary feels calm on the outside, even if your stomach is flipping all over the place on the inside. It's steady, and you let it stand, marinate a little bit. Okay, so this week, instead of asking, how do I say this better? I want you to ask yourself, if I fully believed I was worthy of respect, how would I respond right now? And then try that. Just steady. You don't have to become a different woman overnight. You just have to stop negotiating with yourself after you speak. And boundaries are not about controlling other people. And the more solid you feel inside yourself, the less you panic when someone reacts. So tell me in the comments, what's one boundary you know you need to hold this week? That's where your growth actually is. Now, if this resonated with you, I want you to click the link below, join our community. This is a community of women who are walking the same path. So until next time,